Okay. All right. I'm live. Sorry about that, guys. I was making another video and I didn't know. It was taking so long for the damn things to come out. So here I am. I'm here. The Twitter file 6 has dropped. I'm going to start reading them right away. I'm late. They've already been dropped. They started dropping 48 minutes ago. But it's only what's up with this? Let's see how many tweets it's up to. Okay. So I'll give you guys the full tweets. Thanks for joining me, guys. Sorry I'm late. Thanks, Job for 9, for giving me the heads up. I just made a video about this latest vaccine news. So I don't know why, because they are going to suppress the crap out of it. But there is new vaccine news. So here we go. I'm going to get started with the Twitter files. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go over to it. Am I live on Rockfin, by the way? Let me know. Press go live. Should be live, but I'm not sure. All right. Here we go. Twitter files part 6. The Twitter, the FBI subsidiary. I got to rename this video. I thought it was going to be the Fauci files. Twitter, the FBI subsidiary. So I got to rename my stream. Number 2, the Twitter files are revealing more and more every day about how the government collects, analyzes, and flags your social media content. Twitter's contact with the FBI was constant and pervasive, as if it were a subsidiary. Between January 2020 and November 2022, there were over 150 emails between the FBI and former Twitter Trust and Safety Chief Yoel Roth. Some are mundane, like San Francisco agent Elvis Chan wishing Roth a happy new year, along with a reminder to attend our quarterly call next week. Others are requests for information into Twitter users related to active investigations. But a surprisingly high number are requests by the FBI for Twitter to take action on election misinformation, even involving joke tweets from low follower accounts. The FBI's social media focused task force, known as FTIF, created in the wake of the 2016 election, swelled to 80 agents and corresponded with Twitter to identify alleged foreign influence and election tampering of all kinds. Federal intelligence and law enforcement reach into Twitter included the Department of Homeland Security, which partnered with security contractors and think tanks to pressure Twitter to moderate content. It's no secret the government analyzes bulk data for all sorts of purposes, everything from tracking terror suspects to making economic forecasts. The Twitter files show something new. Agencies like the FBI and DHS regularly sending social media content to Twitter through multiple entry points, pre-flagged for moderation. Agencies like the FBI and DHS regularly sending social media content to Twitter through multiple entry points pre-flagged for moderation. What stands out is the sheer quantity of reports from the government. Some are aggregated from public hotlines. Okay, I'm trying to actually figure out what he's talking about right now. So this is a election day protocol. Status reports and complaints are tracked. Have a tip sent to a hotline. An unanswered question. Do agencies like FBI and DHS do in-house flagging work themselves or farm it out? Quote, you have to prove to me that inside the effing government, you can do any kind of massive data or AI search, unquote, says one former intelligence officer. Hello, Twitter contacts. The master canine quality of the FBI's relationship to Twitter comes through in this November 22 email, in which FBI San Francisco is notifying you it wants action on 4 accounts. Oh, wow. Now these are like random accounts. Hello, Twitter contacts. Wow. This is government interference with speech. Hello, Twitter contacts. FBI San Francisco is notifying you of the below accounts which may potentially constitute violations of Twitter's terms of service for any action or inaction deemed appropriate within Twitter policy. See, that's what they say. So they send the email and they say, oh, you guys delete it if you want, if it violates policy. But we're notifying you about these accounts. So is it real interference? If they say, oh, do whatever you think is appropriate, because that's what it says. Any action or inaction deemed appropriate within Twitter policy, they said. Twitter personnel in that case, but this is then what happens. Twitter personnel in that case went on to look for reasons to suspend all 4 accounts, including from MA, whose tweets are almost all jokes. See sample below, including his civic misinformation of November 8th. So here's what it says. Thanks, Patrick. So this is the reply to the FBI. And this time, these people, Matt Taibbi used his boomer tech to white out the names and email addresses this time. The site's crashing. Okay, here we go. Twitter personnel in that case went on to look for reasons to suspend all 4 accounts, including from MA, whose tweets were almost all jokes. And then here's where they get back to the FBI and tell the FBI they've suspended 3 of the accounts. So let me see if this will come up. Don't know how well Twitter is working right now. This is supposed to be the big one. I thought the Fauci files were coming out. This isn't yet the Fauci files. But maybe it will turn into that. Damn. Web page keeps crashing. You guys doing okay? This is my 3rd video of the day. I didn't think it was ever going to come out, this Twitter stuff, so I started making more videos. But I was late. Come on, it's not loading. The website's crashing on me. It won't load this picture. God dang it. Well, I'll keep trying to load it. Come on. No, it's not loading it. So it looks like the FBI got accounts banned. So that's genuine government interference with speech, I would say. I think basically that's it. So far, we hadn't had in the Twitter files government interference in speech for real. But this is, if the FBI emails Twitter and Twitter suspends the accounts they mention, even if Twitter says that, even if the FBI says only do what you want, then that's still interference in speech. If it doesn't load again, then I'm just going to have to keep reading the thread. I don't think it's a problem with, I don't think it's a me problem. I think it's a Twitter problem. Shoot. Let's see if I can get out of this. Can I get out of it? So it's just crashed on me a bunch of times in a row. I don't know if I'll be able to click on the pictures. Keeps crashing. So Twitter is active right now. Twitter banned a bunch of journalists yesterday. That was very controversial. I don't know if they've been reinstated yet. Twitter personnel and that. Okay, I showed you that. So I'm not going to click on it, I guess. So apparently it's jokes, but they banned the account for civic misinformation about November 8th. Just to show the FBI can be hyper intrusive in both directions, they also asked Twitter to review a blue-leaning account for a different joke. Except here it was even more obvious that Claire Foster, PhD, who kids a lot, was kidding. Let me see if this will load. Okay, there we go. Hello, Twitter contacts. FBI San Francisco is notifying you of the below account activities, which may potentially constitute violations of Twitter service. Do whatever you want. Twitter posts by user at Byram Wade, display name Ultra MAGA, stating the following: Americans vote today. Democrats, you vote Wednesday 9th. That's obviously a joke. So they go after everything. Yeah, I mean, that's what they consider disinformation, right? Like if you tell people, they do consider it disinformation if you tell people something about voting that's not true. So for a tweet like that, why not just delete the tweet if it's so offensive? It seems like it's obviously a joke. Americans vote today. Democrats vote tomorrow. Twitter account at Claire Foster, PhD, claimed in her post that she is a ballot counter in her state. And an additional post states, for every negative comment on this post, I'm adding another vote for the Democrats. I mean, it's a joke. Quote, for every negative comment on this post, I'm adding another vote for the Democrats, unquote. And, quote, if you're not wearing a mask, I'm not counting your vote. That's funny. That's not a, I don't know if that's a blue-leaning account. Those are jokes for Republicans or whoever. I mean, they're just jokes. But Twitter decided to take action, I guess, on it. Web page crashed again. Let's reload. See how well we're able to get through this. Claire Foster. Her bio says anti-extremist, Maoist centrist, board certified astrologist, IQ 169, Clinton Harris 2024. That's their bio. So I wouldn't say it's a left-leaning account. It sounds like it's making jokes for right-wingers. I mean, that's who would find it funny. All right. I'll read on. Anyone who cannot discern obvious satire from reality has no place making decisions for others or working for the feds, is what she said when she was told about the flagging. Of the 6 accounts mentioned in the previous 2 emails, all but 2 were suspended. In an internal email from November 5th, 2022, the FBI's National Election Command Post, which compiles and sends on complaints, sent the San Francisco field office a long list of accounts that may warrant additional action. And there is a long list of accounts. And I guess I could show up on here, but I would show up in relation to COVID stuff, if anything, not election denial. but I know they really went after election denial. So here's the email. It says, request for coordination with Twitter. The National Election Command Post is requesting assistance from SF regarding coordination with Twitter. Specifically, NECP has been made aware of tweets by certain accounts that may warrant additional action due to the accounts being utilized to spread misinformation about the upcoming election. Specifically, they're requesting the following. Number one, coordination between SF and Twitter to determine whether the accounts identified below have violated Twitter's terms of service and may be subject any actions deemed appropriate by Twitter. Two, the issuance of preservation letters regarding the accounts identified below in order to preserve subscriber information and content information pending the issuance of legal process. Preserve subscriber information pending the issuance of legal process. Number three, any location information associated with the accounts that Twitter will voluntarily provide to aid the FBI in assigning any follow-up deemed necessary to the appropriate FBI field office. Wow, that's crazy. Agent Chan passed the list on to his Twitter folks. And then, so hold on. This is Agent Chan. Elvis Chan, Special Agent in Charge, San Francisco Cyber Branch, which says, Twitter folks, please see below a list of Twitter accounts we believe are violating your terms of service by disseminating false information about the time, place, or manner of the upcoming elections. Let us know if you decide to take any action on these accounts based on our tip to you. Also, let us know if we need to issue a preservation letter, as we intend to serve legal process to these accounts. Thanks for your consideration. And Twitter crashed. Okay. Twitter then replied, oh, here, do I have it pulled up? Twitter then replied with a list of actions taken. Note mercy shown to actor Billy Baldwin, who was on the list. So the email back says, thank you for your patience. We've completed our review, and they permanently suspended for policy violations a bunch of accounts. Temporarily suspended an account and had tweets bounced for civic misinformation policy violations. Bunch of accounts. In regards to your question about a preservation letter, it is a good way to ensure that the data hasn't been purged from our systems before a legal process is filed and processed. Many of the above accounts were satirical in nature. Nearly all, with the exceptions of Billy Baldwin and the RSB network, were relatively low engagement, and some were suspended, most with a generic thanks Twitter letter. So it's mostly satirical accounts. Nearly all had relatively low engagement. So here we go. I mean, this is a violation of First Amendment, basically. When told of the FBI flagging, at Lexitola replied, quote, my thoughts initially include one, seems like prima facie 1A violation. 2, holy cow, me, an account with the reach of an amoeba. 3, what else are they looking at? And then a quote from Tiberius, who is also on the list, Tiberius 444, quote, I can't believe the FBI is policing jokes on Twitter. That's crazy. In a letter to former Deputy General Counsel Jim Baker on September 16th, 2022, legal exec Stacia Cardiel outlines results from her soon-to-be weekly meeting with DHS, DOJ, FBI, and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. So this just talks about how they were meeting with the FBI on a weekly basis to talk about election threats. And there's a whole bunch of information in that. The Twitter executive writes that she explicitly asked if there were impediments to the sharing of classified information with industry. Quote, FBI was adamant no impediments to sharing exist. So they were asking if they could get classified information from the FBI, and apparently the FBI said they could do that. This passage underscores the unique one big happy family vibe between Twitter and the FBI. With what other firm would the FBI blithely agree to no impediments to classified information? So yeah, they said they would give them classified information. I got to update the name of this. I have to update the name of my stream. So what is it called? FBI. I'll get down to it. Thanks for tuning in. Twitter, the FBI subsidiary. Twitter File 6, FBI files. What do you guys think? This is the real First Amendment stuff. I'm way behind, right? So there are other streamers that are on top of this. At the bottom of the letter, she lists a series of escalations apparently raised at the meeting, which were already handled. About one, she writes, quote, flagged a specific tweet on Illinois use of modems to transmit election results and possible violation of the civic integrity policy. Except they do use that tech in limited circumstances, unquote. Flagged a specific tweet, which was a possible violation, except that they actually do use that technology. Another internal letter from January 2021 shows Twitter execs processing an FBI list of possible violative content tweets. And here's a bunch of possible violations from different users. Here, too, most tweets contain the same get out there and vote Wednesday trope and had low engagement. And this is what the FBI spends its time on. So is people saying to vote on Wednesday as a joke. And Twitter wanted them all taken down. In this March 2021 email, an FBI liaison thanks a senior Twitter exec for the chance to speak to you and the team, and then delivers a packet of products. The executive circulates the products, which are really DHS bulletins, stressing the need for greater collaboration between law enforcement and private sector partners. You guys ever heard of InfraGard? Ever heard of like public-private partnerships? That's what they love to do. So this is about, domestic violent extremists. Here, take a look at this. This is Yoel Roth, Jim Baker. Please see the products the FBI Office of Public Sector just provided to us. And it's Russian malign influence use of permissive social media platforms, heightened domestic violent extremist threat to persist in 2021, Iranian influence efforts primarily use online tools to target U.S. audiences, remain easily detectable for now. So these are the DHS bulletins. Twitter crashed. If you want to support the show, go to buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. You can drop me a chat or you can leave a super chat. I went on late, so I screwed up I screwed myself up. I didn't get the algorithm, but you guys are here. That's cool. I did make some other good videos you guys have to check out. The ubiquity of the 2016 Russian interference story is, as stated, pretext for building out the censorship machine can't be overstated. It's analogous to how 9/11 inspired the expansion of the security state. So it's basically this bulletin from DHS, which says Russian malign influence use of permissive social media platforms. While the DHS and its products pans permissive social media for offering operational advantages to Russians, it also explains that the domestic violent extremist threat requires addressing information gaps. FBI in one case sent over as many possible violative content reports, so many possible violative content reports. Twitter personnel congratulated each other in Slack for the monumental undertaking of reviewing them. There were multiple points of entry into Twitter for government flagged reports. This letter from Agent Chan to Roth references Teleporter, a platform through which Twitter could receive reports from the FBI. Reports also came from different agencies. Here, an employee recommends bouncing content based on evidence from DHS, etc. State governments also flagged content. Twitter, for instance, received reports via the Partner Support Portal, an outlet created by the Center for Internet Security, a partner organization to the DHS. Why was no action taken? Below, Twitter executives receiving an alert from California officials by way of our Partner Support Portal debate whether to act on a Trump tweet. And this is the Trump tweet that they're debating whether to act on. So this is based on an alert from California officials. This stuff has to be a violation of First Amendment. What is the news going to say? California hired a pure Sleepy Joe Democrat firm to count and harvest votes. No way Republicans get a fair shake. Lawyers get started. GOP leader, California is in big trouble. Vote Trump and watch the greatest comeback of them all. Also, New York and Illinois, go for it. So just something about harvesting votes. And California officials needed some kind of special action taken. And Twitter crashed. Every time I open up one of the pictures, it crashes. Here, a video is reported by the Election Integrity Project at Stanford, apparently on the strength of information from the Center for Internet Security. And this is about a video that talked about possible election shenanigans. If that's confusing, it's because the CIS is a DHS contractor. So basically the CIS, it's the Center for Internet Security, is a contractor for the government. And they report misinformation through a special portal to Twitter. The EIP is one of a series of government-affiliated think tanks that mass review content, a list that also includes the Atlantic Council's Digital Forensics Research Laboratory and the University of Washington Center for Informed Policy. The takeaway, what most people think of as the deep state is really a tangled collaboration of state agencies, private contractors, and sometimes state-funded NGOs. The lines become so blurred as to be meaningless. Twitter Files researchers are moving into a variety of new areas now. Watch Barry Weiss, Schellenberger, MD, in this space for more soon. Okay. Well, that was, what was it? Yeah, that shows real government interference in speech. So they can keep on saying in the media that these are all nothing burgers and stuff. But I think this is genuine government interference and protected speech. And protected speech, as in like the Constitution protects the kind of speech that they're looking to censor. And they got individuals totally banned forever from Twitter because of what they did. But I guess people just create new accounts, right? Unless they know who you are. And then they say you're not supposed to create a new account. But I know people who do, right? Who are banned. Like Owen Benjamin still tweets, I think, through some kind of Owen Benjamin fans account. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Yeah, if you want to support the show, this is my third video of the day. And then I don't know if I can go live. I thought this was going to be the Fauci files. I woke up like first thing, Elon Musk tweeted, oh, the big release is coming today. And so I thought it was the Fauci files. And so, but it's not. It was actually about FBI interference in speech. The FBI actually asking to take people down. So that's really bad. All right, I'll check my coffees. Thanks, people who support the show. There is like vaccine news, which I reported on. I deleted my one vaccine video because I just get nervous. But I did report on something from today. Thanks, Spaldo. That's from last night. Thanks, Spaldo, who says AI will be based upon agreed lies. Thanks for that. Thanks, Amber Hagen. Those are from yesterday. All right. Yeah, if you want to, you can drop a coffee there. You can drop super chats and stuff. And thanks, Jared Turner, who says the interview is good. Yeah, check out the interview I did last night. That's a great interview. He's not super famous, so the video won't get a lot of traffic or anything, but it is a really interesting show. He's an interesting person. And I'm into AI for sure. And AI is like the future of everything. I'm on YouTube because of damn AI. I screwed up with the AI because I didn't go live in time. If I'd gone live in time, I would have caught the AI. We would have had more people here. But that's all right. The important thing is to cover the news. I put out other content today too. So, but do support the show, guys. I've been putting in hard work. Go to buymeacoffee.com or buy our t-shirts at truthclothing.io. And then I'll see if I go live again tonight. That was a pretty quick stream on the Twitter files. So you guys know it. Yeah, that's clear First Amendment violation stuff. I think relatively clear. We'll see what the news says. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll see you at the next one. All right? For now, that's what it is.